Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. It's Monday morning. I don't dread Mondays. I'm having a wonderful day just like every other day. I've already had some sun, had some banana ice cream, soon be taking a shower and off to work. Busy day today, middle of the day yoga class, got to shoot surf video in the afternoon. It's a tough job down here, but somebody's got to do it. Anyhow, was thinking about this subject all through the weekend, reading some stuff, watching some videos, going to some groups, actually going to a lot of groups on Facebook and on communities on Google Plus and a couple of other areas. And I've come up with what I believe is the #1 biggest reason for failure on the raw food, raw vegan lifestyle. And it's just simply, and I've spoken about this before, and I kind of do, well, the senility hasn't kicked in yet. I do fully expect to do a video that I've already done one day just because I forget. But a lot of the things I will repeat over and over because I think they bear mentioning. And the biggest problem on this raw vegan lifestyle, this can probably be applied to some of the other high carb vegan lifestyles, but I think it's more on point for the raw vegan lifestyle. Just simply because, I mean, it's looked at, it can be, I guess it's considered the most extreme version of the high carb vegan diets, lifestyles out there. And what I see all the time is just being over anxious, just being too excited. Newbies come to this lifestyle and they skip the steps. They don't want to put in the time, the work, and the steps to get to where they need to be for long-term success. You come to this lifestyle, you start reading a little bit, you start feeling a little bit better, you start listening to what everybody says, watching what everybody else is doing, and this approach wouldn't work in anything else, so why would it work in your eating too? Like, it would be like me just beginning yoga and trying to do what advanced people who have practiced for 8, 10, 15 years have done. Your body is not at the cleanliness yet of some of these long-time raw vegans. They've cleaned out their bodies a lot. Their bodies have changed a lot. You know, they say, I forget what it is for each part of your body, but the cells are totally replaced in our body. So, you know, after about 3 or 4 years, I mean, you know, somebody that's been eating raw vegan has done a lot of cleaning on their body, and they have a much different system than you do coming to this lifestyle as a beginner. And once again, I'll go back to, it all goes back to these extreme things. Like, it's funny that this happened to come up because she mentioned a point. I told you, when I'm out in the sun, I put my headphones on and I listen to YouTube videos. That's why I don't actually, a lot of Tanny Raw videos I don't see, I hear, because that's the time when I'm getting that's the time when I will listen to my main YouTube people, is when I'm in the sun. Even though I'm not watching, I'm listening. That's my most concentrated time, so that's when I watch. Well, Tanny Raw was doing a video this morning, and just happened to be, she was talking about fasting, and that kind of, the way she was talking about it kind of made sense in context of what I'm talking about here. You know, people have strong opinions one way or the other on fasting. I'm not encouraging fasting, I'm not discouraging fasting. But she was just talking about it from the standpoint of fasting and juice feast, and I hope I'm interpreting this correctly, are things that you do down the road once you've worked into this lifestyle, once you've kind of gotten steady legs under you on this lifestyle, once you kind of have a little bit of strength and a little bit of control. Then these juice fast, even a water fast, you know, depending on what your beliefs are and what you're trying to do, only then maybe these are effective tools. These are tools in your tool chest. But these are not for beginners. This is not something, I know people try to sell these too. I see a lot of juice cleanses, the 3-day juice cleanses. These are really not a springboard into a healthier life. These are not a jump start to a healthy life. These are not something you do just to make up for the sins of the past few months and then you go on about your lifestyle. These are for deeper cleansing. Deeper cleansing after you've worked through the steps, you've worked through some process, you've actually cleaned your body out and you've prepared your body for these type of things. But even as far as just let's take the fasting and the cleansing and the juice fasting out of there. Let's just take your normal everyday way you eat. Did you, if you want to give it a try, okay, but did you go, 100% raw vegan from the very beginning? Did you go very high raw vegan, and did you go raw very closely after the beginning of your journey? I just think you really need to do that transition. You need to get that solid base behind you. If you're not building a solid base, you're gonna fall eventually, because here's what I see all the time, and this makes absolutely zero sense to me. I see, like I say, I watch a lot of things, and I just kind of silently observe a lot of conversations and about what people are saying and about what kind of comments are made around, YouTube and Facebook and on Google+. And what doesn't compute at all for me is when I see somebody that's doing something very severe. They're eating like, they almost make me look dirty how clean they're eating. And they're doing this fast, and I'm going to do 30-day juice feast followed by this, I'm going to do this. And then they go off the rails and eat pizza. And I'm not talking about your vegan pizza, whether you eat that or not. I'm talking about full-on pizza with cheese or something on there. Or they eat potato chips. Or they eat some sort of a processed sweet food. Or they even go, they even completely freak out and they eat flesh, or they eat meat, or they eat dairy. But they go from trying to do this very pristine, almost advanced level of being a raw vegan, a raw foodist, or just even, I wouldn't say an advanced level, but just their body is not prepared for that. Listen, if you've eaten anything remotely like that, pizza, junk food, non-vegan, flesh, dairy, any of that stuff, really bad processed snacks, if you've eaten any of that stuff in the last 6 months, in my humble opinion, you're not ready for any of that fasting, juice fasting, cleanses, whatever. You need to just be doing a solid beginner's program. And for a solid beginner's program, I don't think there's anywhere better to start than raw till 4. Even if you have to work, maybe even raw till 4, you won't be able to do raw all day and then wait until dinner. But I would be shooting for raw till 4 first. I wouldn't even be considering raw vegan in the beginning. I would always say shoot for raw till 4. Whether you're going to stay at raw till 4, and there's no argument there whether you do or not, but whether you can join this high carb vegan lifestyle and stay at raw till 4. Or you can join this high carb vegan lifestyle with the intent on becoming fully raw or high raw, but I would still suggest that you do a stage of raw till 4. And I would suggest you do a stage of raw till 4 for a good period of time. Unless I'm speaking with somebody out there that's got some kind of a healing crisis, unless you've got cancer, diabetes, or you've got some heart condition where it's like now, then I would say, what is your hurry? Really, what is the hurry? Do you think you're going to die tomorrow? And then if you die tomorrow, it doesn't really matter if you're pristine clean, but what is this big hurry to get there? It's like as humans, we do not have patience. And we just don't, in a way we're lazy. We all are. I'm lazy. I fight these type steps. I fight them in other areas of my life. I'm not perfect in the food part. But we don't want to put in that work that builds a strong foundation. We want to do the little gimmicky things, the woo-woo things, the things that are like extreme, the things that everybody else is doing. A lot of that stuff too is, with this social media this day, a lot of it's just jumping on the wagon. It's like, and there's nothing wrong with that per se. People want to belong. People like to join groups that are doing various things, that are getting that it's going to do the next very extreme fast or whatever. But listen, take a couple of steps back. Move at the pace that works for you. Move at the pace that is going to give you long-term success. You notice I keep saying long-term success. I don't care about a flash in the pan. I've seen plenty of the flash, just in my short time in this lifestyle. I've seen many of the flash in the pans come and go on YouTube, on that had forums, that have groups on Facebook, have communities on Google Plus, that tweet, you know, some of the big voices. And, you know, well, we won't get into that aspect of it right now. Sometimes I think there's not a lot of sincerity in this movement, because I just noticed so many people, it seems so staged how they are changing their diets, you know, like, oh no, I don't do this anymore, now I do this, and there's the big delivery of it. Anyway, that's a subject for another show. But listen, if you want to be healthy long term, if you know, look 5 years down the road, look where you can be 5 years down the road. Don't just have this mindset that society has in general now. It's all about instant gratification. It's just another, it's an extension of what people eating a sad diet and living a sad life are doing. They want to take a pill, or they want to do something quick that's going to fix everything, every problem they have. They want to do something quick that's going to get them to where they want to go. Listen, this is an enjoyable way of life. It's not even like something like you need to get through it because, okay, we've got to get through this pain or got to get through this crappy food and then I'm on to something else. This is a good way of eating. Just enjoy. Just enjoy every day. Just wake up every day and eat some good whole food, real food, plant-based food. And everything will work out for you. But I'm just telling you right now, and this is one of those things, like most people won't listen, but if you're new to this thing and you're jumping on every cleanse, fast, feast, gimmick program out there, you got a lot of grief in your future, and you're going to be one of those boo-hooing because of the failures and because you fell off yet again. And you fell off because you tried to bite off too much and you weren't ready to be there. Listen, you built these cravings up, you built these addictions up over a lot of time. They're not going to go away overnight, and there is a process to go through to help them go away in a not too uncomfortable way. You know, I don't know. Like I say, my detox was just not that severe because I just kind of like gradually eliminate. You know, like I say, I always want to make sure and say I made a lot of mistakes, but, and I even tried to get ahead of myself, of course, we all do, so I'm not sitting up here pontificating on people that do that, but as somebody that did, somebody that went to extreme, somebody that got crackhead skinny and saw that that didn't work, somebody that's tried a lot of different things, I found in the end, it's just that middle road of eating good food every day, getting plenty of food every day, keeping hydrated every day, getting plenty of fruit, balanced off by plenty of greens, getting in the proper amount of fats, starting to try to balance my omega-3s and my omega-6s, working out, so I'm working on getting a little bit more plant-based protein in there with the sprouting and what have you. But it's a process. Listen, I'm enjoying this. If I can do anything for you, just watch me. You remember that movie that Jim Carrey did a while back where they just watched his life? He was kind of an idiot. I'm kind of an idiot. I could just put a camera on and you could just go around and watch me. There's nothing real scientific here. There's nothing brilliant here. It's just my never-ending experiment where I constantly tweak a little bit. I learn each day, but I enjoy it. I thoroughly enjoy everything I learn every day. I enjoy what I eat every day, and I enjoy just kind of letting the process unfold at its own pace. That is my key word. That is my buzz phrase now. Trust the process. And what am I talking about in the process? Trust the process that is your body. Trust the process of your body healing itself. Your body's going to heal itself in its own time. You can't rush it. All you can do is listen to it, take its signals, and eat the best you can. But move at your pace. Anyhow, I hope this video helped a little bit. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel. Hope you'll share the video. And I hope you start out with a wonderful week. I know today was really cold. I hope that cold spell is going to be going through here pretty soon. But you guys have a wonderful week, and I love each and every one of you. Peace.